Yeah, the Blue Jays can sign anyone, but it's not gonna be a big guy. So I'm fucking grading every single move the Blue Jays did to add to the team. Ross Atkins did jack shit really. Let's go grade by grade. First guy we signed was Pablo Espino, whatever his name is, doesn't really matter. I give it an F. He's not making the team. He's 37 years old. I don't know. Is this a morale guy in the fucking minors, pretty much, at this point? Espino, last year was terrible with the Nationals. The year before, he ate up innings. And then the year before, he ate up innings. So, I don't see him doing anything at this point. He's 37. He's just a waste of a pickup at this point. Moving on to the next guy. Our first legit signing, which was a re-signing, which was Kevin Kiermaier, a one-year deal worth what? I gotta look at this contract there. Worth what? 10.5, which I give it a C plus because he can't hit for shit. But this guy's one of the best defensive outfielders of all time. He's gonna save a lot of runs, but in terms of he's one of our best base runners for sure. Contact guy, can lay a bunt, still fast at his age, and he's not coming off any major injuries like last year. He's just a little bit older, which I think this will be the last year for with the Jays. But he had a good season last year. Had above average hitting wise. Hopefully he can stay that way. Last year, he was one of the best 9 hitters in the league. So I pretty much think he can stay that. Hopefully we sign a guy that can hit, in the outfield, but we haven't done that, so I don't expect it. Welcome back, KK, and yeah, moving on. All right, this one really confused me, man. I said I didn't want him. I asked, it's still with the infielders we have. It's just weird, man, having all these infielders. The Jays signed Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to a 2-year, $15 million contract. I give it a C, this move. I gave it a C because, he's a good player. I like IKF. Defensively, he can play multiple positions. He's like the righty version of Kevin Biggio, but he has no power. He's like Espino, no power. But, if he can hit around 260 range, couple home runs, add some speed to the bases, because he can steal some bags. He's an athletic guy. He provides that type of attributes on the field. But again, they didn't upgrade the hitting with this move, so that's why it's a C. Yeah, moving on, man. I like IKF. I hope he does good. I like him more than Espinal. I don't care. Espinal, I'm gonna keep fucking pounding this until he's gone. Fuck Espinal. All right, for Justin Turner, I'll give it a B. It's a B because, again, the guy's 39 years old, but he's actually a good player, Justin Turner. He had a really good season with Boston, almost 100 RBIs. He missed a few games, too. He could have had more RBIs and more home runs if he played more, but he had an injury, too. I think he had, a face injury or something like that. But I like this move. I liked it from the start. But, again, he's a rental, number one. So that's why it's a B. Number 2, he's 39. And he could fucking regress. You never know. But last year, in 558 play appearances, he had 154 hits, 23 home runs, batted 267, had 96 RBIs. So I hope he can do anything close to that. What the fuck? Baseball Reference projects him to hit 19 home runs, 81 RBI. I would take that, honestly. Batting 266, I'll take that. Why not? Obviously, I think he'll regress a little bit. But if he can put up 80 RBIs in the DH role, I wouldn't mind that. Again, it's a B. It would have been a B+, but I'll give it a B because, his age and all that. Yali Rodriguez is a B to me. Again, it's kind of like Justin Turner, except this guy's not old. He's 26. He's going to be competing for a starting spot. I don't think he'll get it. Maybe he starts in AAA. But, just to work his shit out. He may be like a future starter for the Jays, but right now he's a bullpen arm, which is good because obviously we lost Jordan Hicks in free agency. So he's not going to replace Jordan Hicks because he doesn't have the velocity, but he has a lot of good pitch mix. He pitches like a Japanese pitcher, like the style, with like the stop, mid pitch, which is really it's interesting. Yeah, this guy is nasty stuff, and I hope he makes the damn team. It's a B again. It's international prospects, so you don't know if they'll turn out to be like great or ass or like serviceable, But the contract they gave him was pretty good. I think it was $35 million for 5 years, which is solid. If he turned out to be a good relief pitcher, that's a good value. If he turns out to be mid, I know it's a little overpaid, but if he turns out to be great, it's a fucking steal. I like him. He was a good pickup for the bullpen. If he makes the roster, he's a beast. Moving on. All right, Eduardo Escobar, minor league signing. I'll give it a C minus. Because again, he had a really bad year last year with the Mets and Angels, and they signed him to a minor league deal, which is fine, 1-year deal, proven shit. See what he can do in spring training. I'm excited for spring training, and then I'm gonna be like, when's real baseball? And then I'm gonna be like Colby right now. Shoo. Yeah, like that. But I'll give it a C minus. He's a good. He was a good player 2 years ago. Again, he's fallen off a cliff. But he does provide what we need. We need a switch hitter. So hopefully he steals Espino's job. Because if we add the switch hitter, if he does like good bench work, like 10 home runs, bats 250 on the bench as a switch hitter, pinch hit role type guy, I wouldn't mind him. But if he sucks in spring training, you can just cut him right away, which is the good thing about signing minor league deals instead of adding him to a 40-man and then you have to take off a guy, which we don't want that. That's really all I gotta say for Escobar, man. He's pretty Mickey mid. Alright, last signing for the Jays. If they make any more moves, then I'm gonna look like an idiot posting this video. So, if not, I can just edit it and add in the next move. But this is the latest move the Jays made, which was Danny Burgers. And looking back, I kind of like this move now. Like, I like this move. Obviously, it's up to him. He has to make the fucking team. It's up to him. Do we make a trade? Because we added Burgers, and I like how I'm calling them Burgers. We added Danny Burgers, and we added Escobar. So maybe we get rid of someone because we want the veterans. He's only 31 years old, but again, he's a chubby boy. He's a big boy. They signed him to a minor league deal. He's a free agent after this year. His numbers last year were not that good as a full-time DH, in which he won't be our full-time DH. He'll only be like first base once in a while, DH if he makes it against righties, and then you can put Turner at third. If you want more hitting in the lineup, you put Turner at third or second, wherever. Last year he had almost 50 RBIs, 13 home runs, bad 233, which was bad. Had 42 walks. He had 18 home runs in 2022, combined with the Pirates and the Brewers and the Mets. Whatever. I don't think he's ever gonna be that guy in 2019, the All-Star Danny Burgers, but with the Mariners. But I think he'll be an all-right player. To be on the bench and pinch hit. Again, adding lefties is not a bad thing when your team's dominated by righties. And that's all I gotta say, guys. That's my video. That's my recap. Overall, I'll give the Blue Jays grade a fucking C- this offseason. It was terrible. Justin Turner was a good pickup. Rodriguez, and then a bunch of guys are just question marks at this point. And we were promised Ohtani, Soto, bigger moves, Bellinger, and we didn't get it, so of course we're going to be disappointed, but this is the team that we have. We have to, see what happens in spring training, who makes the rosters, and obviously I'll be going over the spring training roster, probably, I don't know, end of the week, whatever the fuck, and I'll be calling a couple games, not every game. I'll call one game a week, why not, spring training game. I'll I'll be checking the rosters out. If it's a bad roster, I'm not fucking calling the game. I'm just watching it or whatever. If it's like a lot of regulars, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna call it, depending on who's starting and whatever. And that's all I gotta say, guys. Peace. Go Blue Jays, and hopefully it proved me wrong. This was a shitty off season for this team. A lot of hopes, and it went down the drain. That's all I gotta say.